Hi everyone, back on this page from World of Flowers by Johanna Basford using Polychromos pencils. You can see them here. I am going to be starting with some of the leaves and things on these that we didn't get done in the last session. Let's come in a little closer. I'll just have a shuffle. There we go. Oh, there we are. And I did say I was going to use the deep cobalt green. I think I might actually. Oops, trying to get it out. It's quite short. Here we go. Deep cobalt green. Going to give it a sharpen and then have a think. I don't really want it to be the only colour because it's quite dark. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to start here, is put quite a bit there and then taper it off like that. Hopefully it will stand out from the blue but not be too dark, and we'll put another colour on top after. That's the plan. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do all of the leaves in the same colour. It gives this feeling of, you know, everything working together nicely if you don't use too many colours. So I might, but I'm going to see how it looks when I've finished it on these. Because we've obviously got these leaves here, but there's these leaves which I think would be the same. Then there's lots of smaller leaves like the ones around here. You know, I'm just not sure whether we want to keep them all really similar or not. So I'm thinking about that as I go. I did the last video series I made, I did lots of different colours and I didn't really like it. So that's what's sort of making me think maybe I want to keep it the same. So, but I don't want it to look too boring as well. But what we're not going to do is have our flowers in blue. So we've got our houses in blue and they're sort of floral-ish because they're coming down from the leaves. But I'm not going to do all the flowers that we've got all around here, all sorts of these little ones, and there's some large ones at the top that we can't see. I'm not going to do those in blue. As I was saying, I may do them in violet, or I may go down the pink route. Not sure, because we've got this red candle, so we need to think about that as well, matching in. And I don't think personally that red and pink go that well, but I think that red and violet do, because of course violet is made up of red and blue. I can see loads of space in here where I've missed with my blue. So once I've done this initial bit, I'm going to get my blue and run it along there, because it's so pale that it won't show up on top of this green very much, but it will just finish it off and get rid of those white gaps which are going to look silly otherwise. You may or may not have the same problem. You may have been much more accurate than me when you were doing that bit. Okay, let's just pop that down. Which blue? Probably the light ultramarine, actually. I'm just going to sharpen it so I don't go too far over the green. Oh, it's gone all bendy. I might be able to colour with it still. No, don't know why that's broken. It's very unlike a Polychromos pencil to break. Maybe my sharpener's too full. Yeah, it is. Hold on. Right, I am back. As I thought, my sharpener was very full and therefore breaking the lead of the pencil. It's frustrating when it does that. but really, because there's a space, I should be able to check, but I just forget. We've forgotten these leaves, so I'm just going to go back and do those in the deep cobalt green. So I want them all to match. And then we need a lighter colour. I'm not sure how light to go. I want it still fairly dark actually, so I think I might go, I don't want to go light phthalo green, that's far too light. I could just go phthalo green. Again, it needs a sharpen. Now what I'm going to do is go over the top of the cobalt green deep, and then take the colour all the way to the tip, because I want to tone it down a little bit because it's quite blue. You may not even notice a big difference. It should just help it to look a little more leaf-like, because cobalt green is actually very blue. It's pretty though, to say. And we're just going to work through gently and relax as we go, hopefully. It's a big page and I can see why it could be quite daunting, but it's very pretty. It should be fun. I wonder how many of you have done it before, or already, I should say. But coming back to older books can be a lot of fun. I tend to finish a new book quite quickly, a Johanna Basford that is, not so much other illustrators, but then I tend to get a second copy of my favourites and do them again. This second copy I actually got purposely to do tutorials in, and then I did barely any. So it's nice to actually use it for the purpose it was bought. I've also got a second copy of Worlds of Wonder, which I'm working in at the moment. My current whip is the heart at the beginning. It's got the little banner with welcome. I actually did 3 pages in it yesterday. The introduction and guide page, it's just those borders, and then the this book belongs to page, because I bought the second copy not to do videos from, although I could. I did an awful lot of videos from it originally anyway, but just because I really liked it and I just wanted another copy. Okay, so there are the leaves on our little houses done, and I'm going to do the tops. Are they all in shot? Yes. So we're going to start again with our deep cobalt green and just start right here and hair it up a lot at the top and then gently fade it down. Now just fade it out. I'm going to go all the way along there because I feel there'd be some shadow there, so that's going to be dark. But we can leave a little bit of white on the edge if we want. Just fade it as far as you want, like that. I'm just going to go back through and try and just smooth that a little bit. Like that. There we go. And then the same on this side. Oops. Now you might think that these are petals, and you might be right. I have got no idea. But I'm just doing them like this. I feel like they're sort of the leaf casing that holds a flower. I don't know if you know what I mean, it's hard to describe. So sometimes there are some leaves around the edge of a flower. Well, there's always a bit of green, or whatever colour the leaf is sort of holding it in place. Now this one I want to do a little bit lighter, because I feel it's a little bit closer to us. I'm just going to fade it. Now I've got a lot of lines showing here. It's actually better to have them this way because we've got lines drawn on in this way. So I'm going to go back over it like this. It looks a bit scribbly, doesn't it? That's because I'm trying to keep it light. I find it a little bit harder. But we'll try that. And once we put the other colour on top, we'll do that now actually. We'll go over in the phthalo green and see how it looks. So like last time, go all over all of it. This bit, quite a lot of layers. And then reducing down towards the tip. I don't feel we need quite so many layers down here at the bottom. There we go. Same on this side. So just going over this bit in more layers and less as we go down. If you're not happy with the blend, just keep adding layers. This paper can take lots and lots of layers of pencil, so you can just keep going until it looks nice. I think there's often a temptation to just put down one layer of colour and then stop and then think, oh, I'm not keen on that. But just keep adding, and if you don't like the colour, put a different colour on top. You know, it can, well, obviously depends what colour. If you put orange on top of this, it might look a bit strange, but you know, a different shade of green, a darker, you know, something to make it darker, like a brown or a black. I'd probably use a grey on this particular colour, to be honest. That sort of thing, you know, you don't have to just leave it as it is. I think sometimes though, you know, if it's all going wrong, it's just tempting to just leave it and move on. Also, if you're not sure if it's looking right or not, then again, just leave it, move on to another bit of the picture and come back to it. Another thing to do is to sort of sit back and look at it from a distance. I'm going back to my deep cobalt green, deep cobalt green to do this one. If we look back from a bit of a distance, you look at it more in context of the whole page rather than just within the bit that you're colouring, if that makes sense, and then that can help it sit. But again, until you've done the whole page, it's not always easy to know. There seem to be beads here. It's quite interesting. I don't remember those when I did it before. I know before I did it pink, which I'm not going to do. Downwards. Don't make the mistake I did last time and go across. Don't know why, it just feels natural to do it across. Anyway. I'm glad it's quite quiet today. My neighbour is having her windows done, but she's sort of on the other side of the square, so there's quite a long distance between us. So I can't really hear anything. Also, they're taking out the old ones at the moment, which I think is quieter than putting in the new ones, because they're sort of just hammering and stuff. Okay, phthalo green. I think when they start actually sort of using their screwdriver and things, then it's a bit noisier, you know, electronic tools rather than the hammer and chisel. Seems a bit. And my son is getting quite shouty. They're arguing. He's trying to resolve a problem and the other one's giving him ideas and he's not liking it very much. I think it's tricky. He's been given some code to make a website, but he wants to change it so that it doesn't look like he's just copied it from what his tutor gave him, which is fair enough, but the changes he's making for some reason aren't showing up, and he can't understand why. So I can do this one. But luckily my other son doesn't get cross, he stays really calm. So it's helpful. So, and he had some quite good ideas actually for him to try and solve it, but I'm not sure it's going on board. I may have to go and intervene in a bit, but I'm quite happy relaxing, sitting here colouring and not getting too involved. So there we go. I think it's interesting because my nieces are trying to get their uni work finished as well. My sister is also doing a uni course at the moment. I think she's finished all her assignments, but she's starting on a dissertation because she'll be doing her final year next year. She's doing a 2-year part-time master's degree. So everyone's working away. This is phthalo green, and I'm not, although I was sent a really interesting book on social psychology by Gia, thank you Gia, and I've been looking through that and learning. Obviously it's very different when you're just self-learning and there's no deadline. I've only just started it really. It's quite interesting because it's a new discipline since I studied psychology. So I'm obviously finding it very interesting. It's a subject I'm interested in, so that's good. But I'm just in the sort of definition stage and history of the discipline and that sort of thing at the minute. So I haven't really got into it, but I'm just doing a little bit each day. I'm just enjoying. Now we have this bit of floral and these bits, and I'm going to go for it. I am thinking that the violet is the way to go. Oops, I'm just sharpening it. Once I'm committed, aren't I? Violet. So I'm going to try just the one pencil, going in quite dark here, layering up, and then a bit less towards the tip, so it looks a bit more faded there. I realise that these petals have got an outline on, which Johanna's drawn us, but I'm not inclined to worry about those. I'm just going to do my own thing. If you're not keen on the colour, do your own choice of colour. You know, some people, I know a lot of people do like violets and purples. But, there we go. So I'm just layering it more at the top than the bottom. And the little, these we're going to do in a darker colour in a minute. Just trying to layer this up a bit more at the top. Polychromos like lots of layers, you know, because they're harder pencils. They don't go on particularly intensely when you first put them down, so it can be quite good to just layer them up a bit. I am going to actually grab the mauve, quite small, and do these dots. and just darken the tops of these a little bit. Sorry if my hand's in the way. I'm just doing the top and where they overlap really. There we go. Now I can see a few areas here with my light ultramarine where I've missed around these. So I'm just going to fill that back in. Even here is a bit faint. I might be being a bit too fussy. There we go. Now I'm thinking about these stems that go up from our plants. I'm just coming out a bit so we can see them. They go all the way to the top of the page, this one and this one and this one. Now I was tempted to do them in the green. I've got rings and things though, as if they're maybe metal. So I've sort of got a choice really between greys and greens. Now this one has got a vine wrapped around it, but they do look quite viney here, they're not straight. So I'm really not sure what to do. I think I might do them in the grey and then do all the others in green. So as if these are just being held up by something a little bit stronger. So let me have a look at what grey we used, which grey we used. Sorry, we used a cold grey 4 to start with. So I'm going to use that across all of it. Now here I'm going to leave a bit white there. But this one I'm just going to block in. These sort of beads, haven't decided yet. Might do those in a pink. Like that. So here, and again leave a bit of white top and bottom. We'll make that look a little bit more metallic in a bit. These are going to be a little bit more filled in. Like that, and then this last one. Again, put more here, leave the top and bottom empty, and take this all the way up. And then we're going to grab our Paynes grey. And put a bit of darker area on, so on the edges here, underneath and here. Now here I just want to go up either edge. And down that side there. Same on this one, so a bit here and here. And all the way up. And then again on this one. It might not look massively metallic, but I think it will work. you know, along with our sort of window frames, things like that. There we go. Okay. Now I am thinking that this and this all look the same as these, so I think we need to colour them in a similar way. But these, look, we've got different things growing underneath, so we could actually change the colour of that even though it looks the same. But I'm thinking I might want to keep all the green almost all the same, these, and then maybe these a bit different. Because actually this, look, it's got a stem and leaves. So maybe these two are flowers, not leaves. Yeah, okay, I think we'll keep this and this as flowers, so we won't do those as leaves. So we'll get our deep cobalt green and we will do some more work on leaves, but not there. So this tendril that goes all the way up here, I'm going to do the stem very carefully with this, and then a little bit of the leaf like that. Come back like we did last time and put the lighter colour into it. Put that up. This is a little line which these are hanging off, which is quite cute. I'm going to find it easy to start at the top and work down. Do it whichever way is easiest for you. It's quite narrow, you want to try and stay in the lines as best you can. I do try, I promise, but I'm not that good. Now, I'm not sure how long this video is actually going to take. I've planned it for doing in afternoons. Now, of course, we always have our planner on a Monday, so it might mean that we have to wave the planner, if that makes sense. Can you see all the way to the top? Yeah, because this goes all the way up. So I'm going to go all the way up to the top. This is actually a different tendril, I think. Oh, I don't know, I think this is part of it. It goes all the way up there. Yes, yeah, so I don't know whether it's going to, whether I'm going to have to wait and, you know, whether there'll be a gap. I think there's a bit, isn't there? It depends how quickly I get on with it, really. I'm not in a rush. Right, I'm gonna use my sharpen, my phthalo green. I'm actually not going to go back over the tendrils. I'm just gonna go do the leaves. And I think there's less here than it looks, to be honest. Though we're on our second video already, aren't we? The background is not going to take too long as we're using soft pastels. I really need to wash my pastel cloths again, cotton cloths. I bought another set so that I could have sort of one washing in the wash and one not, but they both need washing. Oh dear, but I might do that later today, maybe at lunchtime. It takes a bit of time to scrub them out and to you know, get all the colour out. And I usually then throw them in the washing machine, but I like to get most of the pastel out first, or else I feel that I might be end up dyeing my clothes in the washing machine with the pastel, which I'm sure it won't, but I'm sure there won't be that much. But I I don't want to risk it. Okay, there is that bit. We have another one going all the way across here. Can you see? I'm going to go I'm going to try and speak this time. I'm going to do that one with this. So I'm just going to do firstly the vine. Now these little circles hanging off it. Might leave those. So we're just going all the way across, nice and easy. I'm wondering whether these leaves that, you know, all these, I might do in different colour. I'm now looking at this here that I was saying I wasn't going to do, but this in this colour. But this stem, these leaves are the same as these bits, so I just don't know anymore. I do need to make up my mind soon. Okay, now I'm going to colour each of the little leaves as before, and these sort of just fading down. Just in the same way we did before. And then we'll use our other green again as before to finish it off. It's a few dots. Maybe I'll do them in the other green, just so it's a bit different. I don't really want to go for a different colour. So here we are, phthalo green. I'm just going over it really. Quite narrow. I was having a look yesterday at when the Olympics start, 24th of July. I know some people aren't interested in sports and things, but I do rather like the Olympics. Not every sport, but we've got breaking, which is like break dancing, which is going to be fascinating. We've also got climbing, which my son's really interested in. I like watching the BMX and the skateboarding too. Just things you don't normally see. I like the gymnastics and the diving. Team GB has just picked its synchronised diving teams. Interestingly, they're not doing the mixed synchro this time, so it's just men's pairs and women's pairs, not a mixed men and women pair. What I'm thinking about the rest of the stems is that I might use this phthalo green and the light phthalo green take it a bit lighter. But I'm going to think on that between videos, maybe. I'm just looking at, I don't really want to start, there's so many stems. Maybe I'll do the main stems with this. I'm going to sharpen it. Yeah, maybe I will make a start on this. I was going to go and talk to my children, but they've gone upstairs. I think one needs a rest. He's got himself a bit worked up about it all. I can have a chat with him, see if I can help him in a minute. He's distracting me to some extent, but as he's gone upstairs and he's having a rest, then that's okay. So hopefully you can see I'm just filling in some of the areas with this, some of the leaves and the stems. Now this next one, not this one, the one after, I'm just going to do the stem and I'm going to leave these as petals, like I sort of said I might. slightly different flower. I'm thinking that I want that to be green. You may not want that bit green, but I just think it looks like a bit of petal. I've missed one, I realise that. I'll be back in a minute to do it. There we go, I've got my tongue sticking out as I go. Helps my concentration. That's my excuse anyway. See, here we've got one here, but we've also got a bit there and there as well. Got this one. So this is quite a thick stem. I might decide to put a bit of the deep cobalt green on it, but at the minute I'm going to sort of ignore those lines, just gently fade through this leaf, and I'll see how it looks when I put the next colour on. Just gently fading it, there we go. Oh, this is a long one. I was just thinking, where's this lead? Because all the way down, almost right through the picture to the bottom. Got a little butterfly there, look. Now this one, look, it's got a bit of a stem there, but it doesn't go up. That one isn't in the middle. I do love the fact that Johanna's work isn't perfect. It gives me the excuse not to be perfect as well. And hers is just beautiful, even though it's not completely perfect. So it means that we can all be the same. And I love that. So I was just checking that what I'd done with these, but I put a little bit on there. Quite small. Now here, I'm just going to do the stem, and I might keep those the same colour as each other. Haven't decided quite yet. I'm just going to sharpen again. We're nearly there, but I don't want to. These are getting narrow. Yeah, I was talking to my friend Kylie this morning about Johanna's new books coming out. She said she thought there were 3. I know she's got her new, is it called Magical Worlds? Her new one, which is coming out I think in October. I've already got that on pre-order. Then she's got a planner coming out, which I just pre-ordered today from Amazon. That one, I think it might have been August, can't remember now, but Amazon is notorious for sending things out really late. I don't normally use them, but I can't get the planner anywhere else, so I'm hoping that it will show up. Oh, look, I didn't do these. Yeah, there's that. So I put that on pre-order. But there was a third thing. Now, I said I wasn't going to go as light as the light phthalo green, but I am. So I lied. I'm going to go back along. I'm going to start at this end and move that way this time. And use the light phthalo green across all the bits that I've missed. Yeah, so planner and new book, but I think the other might have been a calendar. But I haven't actually looked thoroughly on my Amazon. but she was saying that the planner in Australia is $40. Now dollars are worth a lot less than pounds. Australian dollars are worth a lot less than pounds and a lot less than American dollars, but it still seemed quite expensive. When I converted that, that's £24, and in the UK it's £13. So, but I guess, I don't know why, but maybe it's that Australian Amazon is expensive, because I've been told that American Amazon is quite expensive, whereas in the UK Amazon is one of the cheapest places to buy books and things. So I don't know, maybe there are cheaper places to buy it that people could have a look at. And I do tend to always give the Amazon links in my videos, but that's because I'm an affiliate and because I don't know of anyone out anywhere else. But also with Australia, I'm not an affiliate. Amazon wouldn't let me. Basically, I signed up for Amazon affiliate for all countries, and Australia I tried for a while and they said I didn't make enough sales, so they banned me from being an affiliate. And I sort of complained and said, but look, I do other countries and things, and they said, no, once you're banned, that's it, never again. And we're not affiliated with other Amazons in other countries, so it doesn't make any difference. I thought, okay. Whereas like my US Amazon, my Canadian Amazon and all those, Germany and stuff, they're all happy for me to just do a little bit. And oh, who spotted it? And these two, you spotted them. Well done if you did. There's loads down the bottom I've just noticed that I missed. But we'll get there. We'll do these first, or else I'll forget them as well. These are quite straightforward. I have also noticed another bit that I've missed, which I'm coming to. So I'm going to work our way down doing the tops of the flowers. There's quite a few that I've missed. I'm just going to put a dash of this at each side and then fill it in with the light phthalo green. So this is the phthalo green. Sorry, I haven't showed you what it is. I'm just doing it. But I've noticed we haven't done the bottoms of these. I know what I want to do for those, so we'll do those before we finish. Even though I did say I would be finished soon. I've got a bit carried away. But so just using the light phthalo green to fill these in. And then we'll got this one to do. And then we'll do the bottoms of those and we'll be done for today. So these I just want to do in grey. So here is our cold grey 4. Give it a sharpen. I don't think there's space to do anything too exciting. So I'm just going to block this in. Now with the circle I might try and leave it a bit paler in the middle. This looks like it might be jewelled, but I'm just going to block it all in like that. And there is today's. I've probably missed some. I can't see any I've missed, but you know, I know me. So yes, we'll come back to this tomorrow and probably work on these. I'm guessing we've got a lot of florals to do, which will be nice. And then actually there's florals, there's beads, and then there's background. So I might get it done in a couple more videos. We'll wait and see. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a super day. Please do like, subscribe and follow. And like, subscribe and comment. Let's get it right. You can find details as well in my description of all my other social media sites. You can go and find me on there if you want to. But thank you so much for watching and happy colouring.